Hey guys, it's Stefan. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're doing a post-game commentary. I got a recommendation to do one of those. So today we're playing Diana into Jax. Not Jax. We have a Jax. We're playing Diana into Yasuo. And the topic of today is going to be, how do you snowball on Diana? So, I recorded this game with just sound on, just full focus mode. But it's kind of funny. I was thinking throughout the whole game, when I was snowballing, how I'm gonna talk about snowballing in the video. So we're gonna go here for a blitz invade. I think the Jack's a bit late, so we don't really get anything from this. This is still like the standard blitzcrank, but you do have to be careful. In higher elo, a lot of people will wait for you to do this and they will just counter you. So this is fine in like silver and stuff, but yeah. So the enemy team has an Udyr top, Trundle jungle, Yasuo mid lane, and Tristana AD carry. So I said to my team, Ninja Tabby, and we win, right? I said that in the champion select. I'm like, we just win if we get Ninja Tabby, which is partly true. So in the lane here, I don't start the lane off very well. I take some bad trades. This Yasuo was very aggressive. I was like kind of trying to gauge what he was doing. And apparently I passived into his passive, which was like I don't know. This was just bad. But you would think that at this point I just lose lane, right? I thought so too. I was like, oh shit. But I'm going to tackle 2 in 1 in this video. One of them is that I was asked to talk about snowballing on Diana. Snowballing on Diana it's very subjective. It's based on what team fight or what team comp you're playing against. Like based on what team comp you're against, right? Their team has like 2 bruisers and 1 tank and a Yasuo, so they're not really good target selection for me in late game. So I definitely want to snowball this game, which is why you could see I took Scorch just to give me a little bit extra lane pressure against Yasuo, so we could go into so we could try our hardest to like snowball pretty hard. And so Yasuo in lane is a bit rough. I don't really enjoy it, but I mean, I missed Q there. I shouldn't have. I would have chunked him pretty hard if I didn't miss that. But here, I'm gonna take. I'm not gonna take E yet, because I don't feel like my jungler is gonna gank yet, and I don't really want to fight him at level 3. He's really strong at level 3, whereas Diana's level 3 isn't that strong. It's pretty good, not that good though. It's decent, let's just put it that way. So, how to snowball on Diana? Well, first of all, you have to recognize what kind of team comp you are playing against versus the team comp your team is playing. So here you can see I go for a play before I continue that point. And I don't really like that he took that kill. I had him with Ignite, and this could have caused me not to snowball hard. I mean, it's selfish, right? This is definitely a benefit for the team. Like him getting a kill and me getting assist, that's more gold for the team in general. However, I put my summoner into this and I'm in a very skirmishy matchup, so I'm kind of like telling him how it goes. But yeah, how to snowball with Diana. So you have to gauge what kind of team comp do you have. Well, we have 2 champions at least that can build Ninja Tabby with no problem. Which is great. I was going to build Ninja Tabby this game, but you'll see later that I end up not doing it. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this. So I decided to go for the Dark Seal, get 2 more pots before going to lane. It's very important for Diana to win this early game, because you do kind of like at 2-3 items, Diana just kills Yasuo. If you play it right, yeah, if the Yasuo is good, you might have issues. So Yasuo is now roaming bot, and I'm typing. Because I'm just typing, and that's bad because he's going to roam bot. However, he is going to get like a kill or 2, but that's not really that big of a deal. Because what I get to do instead is push into his tower, and now with the tower plating changes, I would actually argue that a big part of Diana to snowball right now is to at least get 3 of these before you ever roam. I think that's important to get damage on tower before you roam now. So with Diana, you have your passive to do damage to tower. So I think that To snowball hard on Diana, you have to get a couple of tower platings before you start roaming down. Because think about it like this. One tower plating is 180 gold. 160 gold, actually, sorry. And 2 of those is more than a kill. And it technically poses no risk if your enemy laner is like leaving the lane. It poses no risk whatsoever. And there you could see why I took Scorch. If you proc Scorch, it actually procs his passive. So here, my E missed. I'm like, I really do not want to flash for this. So we get a stun on him, and then he jukes my Q. I'm like, you can't be serious. So I'm like, he's gonna get to the plant. I'm not taking any chance. I'm flashing. Not ideal, because it was technically a really free kill, but the Yasuo did kind of play us out of it a little bit. So what do I resume doing now? Not missing CS, first of all. And I go to the tower. As you can see, I'm about to get 160 gold, which is huge. Like, don't underestimate that. That's a lot of damage for just tower damage. So what I want to say is that if like my bot lane was losing really hard and I don't think I could 1v2, I am more likely going to focus my lane and push the tower. Because it's just too much of a risk. If my team is losing the 2v2, they might kill us in the 3v3 or a 2v3. So here I opt into I'm going to go Sonya's this game. I'm not going to go Sonya's first item though. I went Arm Guard. As you can see here, this looks bad, right? Yasuo is roaming by. And I was thinking, by the time I get there, this fight is already going to be over. And there isn't much I'm going to get. They're just going to back off, right? And we don't get anything if I go there, basically. It's what I was thinking in my mind. So I was like, but I can just push the tower, right? Tower is kind of, you know, it's in a pretty good spot for me right now. And that's a lot of gold. Without any risk, because Yasuo is bot lane. So there's no risk in this play here. It's a really big wave and I do a lot of tower damage here. And you can see how much gold I'm just going to stack up by doing that. And I think that's a very, this is a really good thing for Diana because you do a lot of tower damage. Because of your passive, right? Your passive is huge for tower damage. And so I think that in that situation, I think it's the right call to just go for tower damage instead of going for something else. And also what this helps me is that now I have a CS lead and I have a level lead. My CS lead isn't as good as it should be. I did miss a lot of CS that I shouldn't miss. I don't know what this Yasuo was doing. It was pretty weird. He was basically just giving me kills, but I guess that's what happens when, you know, I'm playing in silver, right? This is just, I'm not gonna diss the guy because realistically, he just doesn't know. He just doesn't know how to play at the level I am, so he can't really beat me. So here, I'm going for tower and then I stop. I'm gonna make sure this cannon dies. That's denying them 90 gold or so. You might hear some background noise. I'm sorry about that. I can't really do anything about it. So here he's still like walking at me for some reason. I don't really understand it. I don't really want to mess with him because I felt like the jungler was coming, and indeed he was, which is why I backed off. I think so far I've played pretty well. I think that one thing I definitely need to improve on is my CSing. My CSing this game wasn't very good. And there Yasuo just flashes, so I'm just like not gonna chase. If the jungler wants to chase, he can, but I'm just gonna take my gold here. And I have a lot of gold, so I kind of want to go back, in all honesty. I really do. So 74 CS at 10 minutes is not ideal. Ideally, especially in a matchup that I'm beating him so hard, I should be on 90 right now. But so Nashor's Tooth. Why am I going Nashor's Tooth? Because I don't feel like I'm going to be one-shotting anyone in this game. We have a Yasuo Windwall, we have an Udyr top who's getting pretty fed, they have a Trundle jungle, and an Alistar. And a Tristana that can jump for me. So, I want to be able to kill everyone on their team, not just their Tristana. So if I went for full assassin right now, sure, I would do more damage. But you'll see later, the CDR and the Nashor's Tooth is definitely going to come in handy. And yeah, I think that it was the right call to play a little bit more defensively this game. Because, I mean, they are full AD and we do outscale them. So here I'm like, now is a good time to roam. And my team is setting up well for this roam of mine. So, but yeah. So roaming here is the right call. And I tried to RQ here. I thought I would get it, but it didn't really matter since I just flashed Q auto. I wanted to get the kill. In hindsight, it's a beautiful thing. I shouldn't have done that. Like, Jin was gonna get that anyway. I was just thinking maybe she'll get away, right? I was like, but that was not really worth it, as it were. I don't think that was worth it. Flash is good, obviously, and I get a double kill, which is great, but I don't think it's worth my flash in this team comp that I'm playing against. So here again, I'm ignoring what's happening topside. I'm just getting my farm. But I think I should have preserved my flash, but if I remember correctly, I don't think I actually die from not having flash. So here we have Udyr, who wants to apparently be a hero or something. But here we're going for tower with the Jax. This Jax, albeit I was annoyed at him in the beginning for taking the kill they didn't really need to take. He played really well, and this Herald play is perfect. Tower plating is still up. We're getting a lot more gold from this tower now, because if it didn't have tower plating, we would have gotten way less gold for killing this tower. So this is a really good play. And here's a Yasuo. I'm not, like, I wasn't even thinking I was going to kill him. I was like, okay, I mean, sure. Whatever you say. And I think this is where the Nashor's Tooth comes in handy, is that I can scrap with people, right? The attack speed, the CDR. CDR means I can make better use of my E passive, the attack speed. I was going to go ninja tappy this game, but I was like, I'm snowballing really hard, so let's continue that. And if I wasn't 5-0, I would have probably gone ninja tappy against this team, because it's just better. It's just good. Like, there's no reason not to, really. Oh, it's a lot of talking. One thing I notice when I'm doing a post-game commentary is that I will talk a lot more than I would in a just commentating a game. So I might be out of breath a lot, which is okay. And I'm breathing into my mic. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's like in front of my face to make it sound ideal. So snowballing on Diana, I think the most important part is to keep up and farm. Farm is the best source of gold in this game. Sure, if you get 20 kills, you can get away with having 5 farm per minute. Or 5 farm per minute. But if you think about it that way, if you have 20 kills and you're 5 farm per minute, if you were 8 farm per minute, you might have 1 extra item. And here we just go for another play. One of those reasons why I think DarklightDiana is making a return. I think that TP is done unless they revert the change to not being able to cancel your teleport. I think if they don't change that, then Diana is just gonna run. Ignite. I think this is better. I haven't talked much about snowballing, but knowing what fights to pick, and I know that you guys have watched my videos and I do like stupid shit the last few days, and that's fine. Like, I'm just having fun. This is a Smurf. I'm playing to have fun and making videos and stuff. But the worst thing you can do is die in this game. Not only do you lose pressure, you could lose objectives, you lose shutdown gold, you miss out on farm, Dying is really bad. As you can see, I'm not taking any chances. I'm 7-0. I am not taking any risks here. Except then I go in and fail. But, yeah. So... try to get tower plating. Roam when you can, if you see a good roam. A good roam being, if the bot lane isn't too strong, you can roam bot lane. Never put yourself into a situation where you might die. Even if you go bot lane and you get 2 kills, but the enemy cleans up you and your bot lane, that's not worth it, because you will have a shutdown gold at that point. And you lose out on farm, and you could lose your tower. So you have to be very careful with your roams when it comes to you could see in like the last few videos I made, my roaming hasn't been very good. I've just been roaming because I can, not because I should. And that's one of the very important things to note, is that you have to think to yourself, should I do this? And can I do this? Actually, you should do this the other way around. Can I do this? If so, should I? Is it risky, right? What you have to think about the possibility. What is the worst thing that could happen if I do this play? I can guarantee you that if you always consider taking the, like, not doing the worst thing that could happen situation, where you could like save yourself from dying, or not giving shutdown gold, or dying right before Baron comes out, that is always worth it every single time. If I had Dark Harvest there, I probably would have killed Tristana. But it's fine. Because of the Nashor's Tooth, we can get a lot of mana back from our passive as well, because we're attacking so fast. But yeah, always consider the consequences of what you're about to do, right? Like here, there is no risk in this whatsoever. I see Yasuo bot lane. I mean, Udyr is missing. We just got their bot lane to back. So the risks weren't big there. There were not many risks involved in that. And here, you see, I'm not going for hero plays. I'm playing safe. Just back off and just take it next time. You got it pretty low, so now we can just get it even lower. Alright, let me take a breath here real quick so I don't die while doing this. So hero is a bit late to the party and I missed my Q. This causes Jax to die, and this was entirely my fault. That was entirely my fault, and don't think otherwise. That was my fault. I should have been there quicker. I should have not missed my Q. If I didn't miss my Q, I would have killed him faster, and Jax would have lived. So recognizing that as well is a good thing. Sometimes things are your fault even though you're not the person that died, right? Sometimes that's the case. Here we're going for a bit of a play. Alistar gets knocked up. So here we're just going to push for tower. And I think I've explained most of what snowballing is about. And obviously you guys will hear music in the background and stuff like that. But if you guys want me to do more of these, then they're definitely more time consuming. Because I have to play the game and then watch that game over it, talk over it. So it's double the time, but is it better production quality? Probably is, yeah. So here is one of those situations. Recognize your losses. Just walk away. Like they engaged. We cannot win this fight. Just leave. You can see here, I try to leave. I'm doing my best to leave, and fucking Udyr, man. He's so quick. Sorry, I'm breathing into the mic a lot because I'm out of breath here. So I tried to go for a play where I at least kill Udyr because I wasn't gonna get away at that point. So here I Sonya's. I'm trying to do as much damage as I can before dying, and I managed to hit the Tristana with a Q, which is really big. Jax flashes, good. I mean, they cleaned this up, but I should not have been there. One of the things that could have saved me there is that you could see when the fight was starting, I was considering going for it, but then I walk away a little bit late. If I walked away instantly like, no, we can't do this, then I wouldn't have died. And that was a big mistake on my part. Sometimes you just gotta leave your team to dry. They might flame you, they might get mad at you, they might get annoyed, they might tilt. But a lot of the time, that's better than the alternative. Staying and dying, like I have 1,000 shutdown gold right now. So every time I die, I give the person that kills me 1,000 gold. But if I give Udyr 1,000 gold right now, or Tristana, that's really bad. Like I think I gave Tristana gold there, but I don't want to go back and check. I just want to finish the video, and you guys can go backwards and tell me if Tristana got the shutdown. I'll probably notice it and probably check it after the commentary, but I'm pretty sure that Tristana got a shutdown. Here, I'm doing something that I normally wouldn't do. If I was not building Nashers, I would not take this fight. Never. Like this fight, I would not win this without Nashers. And this is literally the reason I built Nashers. I was recognizing Udyr is strong. I need to be able to fight him. So my bot lane is making the same errors again, and Aatrox as well. They're fighting without me and Jax. Jax and I at this point of the game are huge, right? I'm level 15, Jax is level 13. Their support is level 10, so put that into perspective. And in that situation, they should not be fighting without me or Jax. Like, as you can see, Jax just cleans up, right? So yeah, snowballing on Diana is staying alive. I think the biggest loss she can get, like the biggest, like there were a lot of the last few games that we played on the YouTube channel that in the moment I felt like they were my team's fault, but realistically I had 9 deaths. I had 8 deaths. And that's one of the things I've recognized now after watching my games back and a little bit adjusting. Like I said, I've been away, so it might take me a little bit to get used to things. But I'm already starting to coach myself. I watch my gameplays, I go, why the fuck did I do that? Why am I dying here? Why am I going 1 for 1 with shutdown gold on me? Things like that in the past videos I was doing. I shouldn't do that, that's bad. Like, I don't care if I get a double kill. If they get a 1k shutdown on me, that's like 4 kills almost. Like, that's not worth it, ever. So, yeah, that's if you want to improve at League of Legends, or a champion in general, look over your own gameplay. Just record it. You don't have to commentate over it, just record it and then watch it back. Constantly look, what could I have done better? Why did I die? That's a lot of the things you have to do if you want to improve at the game. Which is something I've started doing now that I'm back. I've lost a few games on stream the other day. Some of you might have tuned into stream to see that. At the time I was annoyed at my team, but this is silver. Right? I should carry those games. Like, I'm better than that. I'm better than blaming my team in silver. So that's one of the things that I recognized after watching some of my gameplay back. One thing I will say though is that if I'm not recording commentary, you could see a significant improvement in my gameplay if I don't spend a lot of my focus on commentating. Anyway, so the game's coming to a close. If you have any questions about snowballing as Diana or, you know, stuff like that, then leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to get through it. And yeah, we're gonna go to the post-game lobby, and we got an S+. And fun fact, I didn't get a single honor this game for some reason, which is really weird. Not that I care, but really weird. So we honor the Jax despite the early play that bothered me. So we went 13-1-4, we got an S+, and we did 24k damage. Highest in the game. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.